Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Today, we have a small update in regards to Future Saga Chapter 4. Do keep in mind, it's nothing too major. However, I do believe this will provide some relief within the community, I guess, just because people have been stressing in regards to the playable characters. We still don't know, at least at the time of recording this video, how many characters will be part of the upcoming Future Saga Chapter 4 pack, right? We could only speculate, and here I have my guesses up on screen. It's just a visual I created for a thumbnail, but Ultra Super Villainous Supreme Kai of Time, as well as the Ultra Superhero variation of Ultra Instinct Goku. They were both teased within the trailer, and I've went over many times before my explanations why I think these two characters will be playable, because we normally don't get a fully charged up or powered up USV with the crystal that's part of the story mode and not get them as a playable character. If we just take a look at chapter 1, 2, and 3 with Jiren, Vegeta, Goku Black, Frieza, you know, part of the story, and then we got them as playable characters. So I do think USV Supreme Kai of Time is one of those playable characters, and the powered up Goku as well. But this is what I'm talking about. You guys remember the Steam description of Future Saga Chapter 4? Before this updated one, it said includes playable characters, plural. Then they updated the Steam description page. Now it says includes a new playable character. They changed it from plural to singular. So this is what caused the commotion within the Xenoverse 2 community. People just started to panic. Oh, according to Steam page, we're only going to be getting one character. But I've been saying for the longest time now that that's most likely just a placeholder description. So don't put too much stock into what it actually says, because do keep in mind, we still have no idea what other contents we're going to be getting within Future Saga Chapter 4 besides the extra missions, the story campaign. We still don't know the parallel quests, characters, costumes, accessories, super souls, illustrations, nothing until we get the upcoming trailer, whenever that's going to be dropping, who knows. But massive shoutouts to Ken over on Twitter. I just saw this floating around, and they went ahead and said it seems that in some regions it was updated once again on the PlayStation site regarding Chapter 4 of the Future Saga in Xenoverse 2 in some European countries. Okay, so what do they mean exactly? They've switched back to playable characters in the plural. So if that's the case, the Ultra Instinct Goku superhero won't be the only character. Big shoutouts to Temporary Breathe, because this is going to be the original source from Reddit. Apparently they're Fuse #1 fan. You already know they want a USV powered up Fuse as a playable character, I'm assuming. So big shoutouts to them for just bringing this to our attention. Here we have the images, and they went ahead and broke things down for us. Do you remember I posted about the text a new playable character because it was changed? I searched again, and now I have a more detailed reports. Firstly, we see that in the Italian PlayStation Store, plural is confirmed. I can say that since I'm from Italy. And so this is the first image that they're talking about. I went ahead and did the bootleg Google translations, and yes, it converts over to, or translates over to, new playable characters and more. So for the Italy PlayStation Store, they updated the description again from singular to plural, which is a great sign, right? Now, going back to what it says, secondly, we see that in the British page, it's plural too. So this is going to be the British one. It also says new playable characters and more. However, in the American page, it's still singular, and the Japanese page, according to the translator, it's still singular too. So this is going to be the image from the US PlayStation Store, and if you translate the Japanese one, it translates over to singular as well. So I find it interesting how the European region went ahead and updated their Future Saga Chapter 4 description again to have it say playable characters instead of a playable character, right? Moving on, it seems that only the EU region got updated. I don't know what to think about it. It reminds me of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 playlist leak, but I don't think it's something similar. I don't know. So just a little bit of speculation there, but I guess it is a good sign. Why would they update the description again back to playable characters, plural, if we weren't going to be getting more than one character? As I've been saying for the longest time now, we typically get 2 characters minimum. Just take a look at the entirety of the Xenoverse 2 DLC timeline. It's always been 2, and maximum has been 5. I think only 1, maybe 2 DLCs where we've gotten 5 actual characters in one pack. So I wanted to double check this. I went over to the America Bandai Namco PlayStation Store, and yes, it still says the singular new playable character. Then I went over to the European Bandai Namco PlayStation region website, and it does show the updated one, like what we just went over on Reddit. New playable characters. Something very interesting I found under this post, shoutouts to Bob9000. They have their own theory, and it kind of makes sense to me. They went ahead and said, my theory is that the singular version is supposed to imply the DLC will be something like Ultra Supervillainous View or USV Supreme Kai of Time and maybe Ultra Superhero Goku, right? Just for examples. And then the last character will be someone like Bergamo or whoever. So technically it's only one new character. I think that makes sense because since we already have Original Few, Original Supreme Kai of Time, and Ultra Instinct Goku in the roster of the game, and if we do get their upgraded counterparts, the Ultra Superhero or Ultra Supervillainous characters, it's more of a power-up of already existing characters in the game. So not technically new characters, and then they went ahead and said if they throw in someone brand new, like Bergamo, someone who's not already in the game, maybe that's what the description is referring to. One new character that we haven't seen before. It kind of makes sense to me, but at the same time, Dimps, whenever they do include transformed characters like Full Power Super Saiyan Broly or Jiren, a better example, you guys know how we got his base form for one DLC, and then a later DLC we got the super powered transformation. That was still a separate character, right? So I do get what they're trying to say. It does make sense to me, but knowing Dimps, they do count the transformations. So in this case, Ultra Supervillainous Few, a potential Ultra Supervillainous Supreme Kai Time, a potential Ultra Superhero Goku, those will still be classified as new characters, according to how Dimps has been doing things ever since the start of the DLCs. You know what I mean? But cool theory there. Or maybe it'll be new presets for Few and GI Goku with transformations and new moves like Hate Awoken. Could be. I just think there's no way they will actually put only one character in the last DLC. I agree. I don't think there's only going to be one in a final pack. But a very interesting read there. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think all of this means. Why at first did it say playable characters, then they switched it over to singular, and now for the European region they switched it back over to it being plural once again. We still haven't received the description update for the America side of things, which is totally fine. They're not going to be providing all the details like what we see here with all the previous DLCs until we get the major trailer reveal, because all we've gotten so far was that teaser trailer that showcased a little bit of the animated CGI cutscenes and story missions. So when could they possibly reveal additional Future Saga Chapter 4 info? Because not gonna lie, man, it's been ages. I know we got that teaser at Battle Hour 2026, which was last month, I believe, but it's getting close to the summer 2026 deadline. That's what they've been saying this whole time. Do keep in mind that the V-Jump scans are supposed to be dropping soon, this week. Not entirely sure if we're going to be getting the leaked variation of the scans. We might have to wait until they actually drop officially. I will be covering all of that whenever they do drop, so be sure to turn on post notifications, stay tuned to the channel, and also follow DBS Hype because they're the ones that's going to be providing the additional V-Jump scans as per usual. But yeah, we could be getting additional Future Saga Chapter 4 news. Xenoverse 3. Oh, that will be glorious, man. Imagine getting some Xenoverse 3 reveals. The upcoming DLC for Sparking Zero. Super Limit Breaking Neo. It's going to be a great time. Now, something else I want to go over. The Bandai Namco page. So, real quick, this is the Dragon Ball Games page. And you guys remember how they've been dropping the scrolls for each DLC, just doing this recap of the campaign. You can see we have the Gogeta on the left, then the Trunks versus Janemba on the right. They did all this. They planned it accordingly until they dropped the final Future Saga 4 scroll, right, at Battle Hour 2026, and then they dropped that teaser trailer. They kind of planned things out, right, to make it make sense. So I feel like they're doing this once again, Bandai Namco US this time around. They're now promoting the past season, past DLCs. So the first one, for example, they did the Super Pass, right? Specifically Super Pack 3 with Rose Goku Black, Bojack, Zamasu. They first started this May 9th, so about a week ago. And then 3 days from May 9th, May 12th, they did it again with the Super Pass, but again, more specifically, the Super Pack 4, featuring Blue Vegito, Fuse Zamasu. Crazy how we still don't have a proper Super Saiyan Rage 2 Trunks. You know what I mean? But again, this was on May 12th, and then they did it again, following the same pattern. After 3 days, we got the promotion of the Extra Pass this time around. Extra DLC Pack 2 with Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, Few himself, right? So I'm assuming 3 days from the 15th, which it's currently the 17th, so tomorrow, they're probably going to be promoting another Xenoverse 2 DLC pack every 3 days. That's what it seems like so far. So maybe every 3 days, they'll eventually get to the promotion of Future Saga Chapter 4. Now, do keep in mind, going back to the V-Jump scan, they usually officially drop these scans on the 21st of every month, right? So this is just a theory. 3 days from the 15th, of course, the 18th, and then 3 days from the 18th would be the 21st, just in time for the V-Jump scans, because typically they would drop like some sort of info, trailer, or just information on Twitter alongside the V-Jump. I think that's how it usually goes. It's just a theory. I could be wrong. I just want to see Future Saga Chapter 4 info as soon as possible. Again, we're not 100% sure if we're going to be getting anything with the V-Jump scan. We have to wait until they drop the actual next trailer, whenever that's going to be. This is it for today's video. Just wanted to cover these small updates. Again, nothing too crazy, but it is interesting how they updated the description, at least over in the European regions, once again, right? So I'm assuming they'll eventually update the descriptions for the America, Steam, and PlayStation sites. Who knows, man? Who knows? Stay tuned to your channel because we'll be covering everything related in regards to Future Saga Chapter 4, as well as Xenoverse 3 and Sparking Zero. You guys get the idea. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!